Yeah, so hi, my name's David Hymer. I'm the IT director at Wedlake Bell. So Wedlake Bell is a full-service law firm. We're based in London, near St Paul's, and we've got a headcount of about 400 people. Yeah, so we're very lucky to hear about the TIPS project actually from one of our technology partners, and it's been a super helpful exercise to be part of. We had an idea of doing a dashboards project. And that was born out of the fact that we had a partner interview 55 people from across the firm, and one of the key things that came out of that was that people found it really hard to find the important information that they needed for their work because we already had the technology in place. So actually the TIPS project was not so much about the technology, but it was more about how once we'd built that dashboard and got input on what should be on the dashboard, how we got people to adopt it. Yeah, I think there was really two key things that were helpful that came out of TIPS. So the first one was we had Derek made us think about things that we might not have already about when we were doing the project and things to bear in mind. And also I just think it was useful being part of a peer group. So catching up with other law firms and accountancy firms, hearing what their challenges are. We wanted to do a project that was fairly manageable, and as I say, access to data had been a real pain point for people across the organisation, so it just made sense to try and do that dashboard project. And I would say as well that I don't think without TIPS that we would have done that, because it was something that we'd wanted to do for a long time, but the TIPS project really focused our minds and made us get on with it. Yeah, I think it's important to kind of celebrate wins. So yeah, tech projects are not easy by their very nature because it requires people to change often and adopt the way they work. But yeah, I think when you do have a really successful project, like hopefully we're going to have with the TIPS project, the dashboards project, I think you really need to promote the benefits, do some positive PR about the successes, and hopefully that will then make senior management more inclined to invest in future projects. Yeah, so we worked with our key technology partner, so they actually came in and interviewed about 55 people from across the business. And they were really trying to draw out what those people's pain points were in their day-to-day work, and access to data was one of the main things that came out of that. And so that was one of the things we were trying to address. You know, bringing the tech into an organisation is fairly easy, but it's how you get people to adopt it. And I think one of the things we've really learned from the TIPS project is you really need to engage people, speak to them, find out from them what they want, and make them feel invested in the whole project. Yeah, I think, as I say, we're just really busy, and there's a lot of demand on the IT team at the moment in particular, so we didn't want to just choose a massive project that would drag on and on for ages and ages. So we chose something which was fairly manageable, that we thought we could do in the 12-month period, and I'm happy to say that we've achieved that.